So today's Project Soapway winner is just epic in all senses of the word. I love her brain. I love her drive. I love her recipe formulation. I love her background. I love all of the different things that she has done within the cosmetics world and within the world in general. I love everything about what she sent to me and what I get to share with you today. And I will tell you more about all of the things that I love so very much about today's Project Soapway winner in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for our third and final winner in the Project Soapway Rose Conditioner series, and that winner is Alluvium, or ADHD Alchemy, as we know her in the chat and in the Discord, or, Shanice, as we know her in real life. Some of us have real names. Wild. Yeah, so ADHD Alchemy, Alluvium, amazing human. I got this footage, and so first up, we're going to be doing this a little bit different today because of the nature of the footage that she sent through to me. And that nature is called, she sent me a 5-ish minute video that she had already edited out. And she has all the information in there on the screen, some cool music that I think is not going to be a DMCA thing, so awesome. And I thought since she put in all that work, we should go ahead and use that footage. And so what we will be watching is her whole video uncut with her sounds and all the things. So as a result, I don't have any opportunity to really talk about her or talk about the formulation and what I like about it. So we are going to split that part up into this. And so we're going to do that here, watching more of my face, because in addition to the 5-ish minute video that she sent of the actual process and the formulation and the making, she also sent me through a 16-minute video of her in the car, and she was driving to an event like it was on a thing. Calm down. She was driving to a STEM event where she was talking with kiddos about cosmetic sciences, and that is so dope. Immediately, I was already hooked. I'm like, brain same. We have to be best of friends forever and ever, because I do that too. I love teaching the STEM kids about chemistry, and I utilize cosmetics and soap to do that because it's a very important way, an interesting way to teach chemistry to kids. So that's awesome. But during that drive, she was talking to me and telling me all about herself and her background. And I thought that that would be obviously good information to get to all of you. So who is Alluvium, ADHD Alchemy? Shanice. Well, she has her bachelor's degree in engineering, and she actually has always loved cosmetics and chemistry. And she did get into the cosmetics, chemistry, and the making and formulation, in a pretty common way, I would say, with a lot of us. A lot of us have family members that have like an allergy, or we have conditions or, cancers and stuff that run in our family. And as a result, we start looking at what we're putting in our body as well as on our body. And her story is much the same. That's kind of how she got into this as well. And she started that way back in the day. So back in around 2009, she developed a real interest in making cosmetics, and she went down that rabbit hole very deeply. Now, originally she was working for DuPont. She was working with chemical processes within DuPont, and now she is a consultant, and she is working within engineering processes as well. And so she's definitely moving and shaking and has done really cool things with her career up to this point, and definitely staying within all the sciences, which is awesome. But when she developed this interest in cosmetics, she decided to go big. And I love that too. Again, I adore everything about her brain because brain same. Seriously. And so she started going through information that she could find in books and online and all the jazz. Eventually, she started taking actual coursework. And so she does have her cosmetic licensing and different certification through a couple of different cosmetic formularies. One is the Formula Botanica, and she's also working with the Institute of Personal Care Sciences You know, we love her for sure. And so she's been doing that. But in addition to that, she is currently finishing up her master's degree in cosmetic sciences, which is so dope. I love that so much. She has finished up all of her coursework and she has moved on to effectively her thesis. And she is doing her thesis on something wild because here's the thing, she loves skincare. She formulates skincare. She does formulations for skincare within her brand, Alluvium, for other clients, for other customers, much like I do with all of my wholesale accounts. And she does that, but she doesn't do anything with the hair, right? This is the first conditioner she's ever made, the one that won. But her thesis is on like lipids and essentially differences in the scalp across different cultures and races and ethnicities. So it's like wild. You are definitely studying that, but you don't actually formulate, conditioner products. That's cuckoo bananas. And also, I get it. Totally. I go down a whole lot of different rabbit holes as well. And so that's what she is currently working on with her master's thesis, which means she is a super smart, awesome scientist just across the board. And I am very, very excited to showcase her conditioner for this series. Now, her conditioner is a rinse off mask. And so we're going to be working with a very, very thick conditioner consistency, including a lot of really heavy hitting, moisturizing, hydrating products, because this is specifically formulated for damaged hair. And so that's what we are going to be viewing today, looking at all of the different ways that she utilizes the rose inclusion within all of this, because that was the brief, and all the things. So let's get to her footage and we can talk more about her formulation and what I love about it so much after we view it. So let's go there.
All right. I guess we're doing this. All right. Heat it on. And propane diet. Rose is the check. Okay. It's more like French pig flay, but rose better. Those in BT. This is 100%. Alright. So while they're heating up, a little bit longer. This is a long head, but there's that. Okay, I was making a mess. But that is really wrong for mixing head. Okay, let's try this again. And there you go. Alright. The next day. And that's it. The next day. Alright, you want to mix lemon honey and rose vanilla. Let's do it. Ah, okay.
Wasn't that video so fun? I hope you guys all paused and gave yourself lots of time to look at it so you could get her full story that she put at the end of it. It's super awesome. I am so glad that you did that. It's really cool that you did that for all of us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And as for the recipe itself, I love it. I love so many things about it. And we're going to go through some of it right now so we can, talk about it because I normally do that during the video, but I have my notes. So now for the oil phase, she's working with rose butter, soy butter, black castor oil, babassu, Alluvium, and rosehip clay. Now the Alluvium 1000 is going to be for her emulsifiers, so it has cetyl olivate as well as sorbitan olivate. And we watched all of her infusions, and her rose butter is shea butter, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, as well as the rose petals. Her soy butter is hydrogenated soybean oil, and the black castor and the babassu inclusion. I like this a lot because, again, if this is meant to be a conditioner mask, a repair mask, it's really great to incorporate castor oil as well as a babassu into this for a lot of reasons. We've talked about castor oil a lot within the soaping world and what it does, what the ricinoleic does as far as the fatty acid profile to our soaps, but we don't talk about it a lot in cosmetics, especially not leave-on cosmetics, because castor can be kind of thick and heavy for some applications on your skin. However, using it on your hair, especially if you're thinking about hair damage or hair breakage or hair hydration, castor oil is going to be great because it really does help seal that hair shaft really nicely, helps add structure to a curl, helps with softness and shine. Very good inclusion. Babassu, you're going to get many of those benefits as well as a really deep moisturizing heavy hitter. So I love that. Absolutely. Now, the inclusion of the rose clay is very cool because a lot of people might not think to put clays into any conditioning products or any sort of hair care products in general. And I think, A, you definitely should for something that's called a hair mask, but two, what she's doing, the reason why she's incorporating this is obviously going to be for the benefits of a pink clay, of a kaolin, for the shine and the softness and the hydration locking, all of the jazz. But to make sure that her brand story for her business, for Alluvium, is always represented. And so she incorporates the clay, which is very, very smart. And I love that. That shows a complete and total thought, like process, like attention to detail across the board. Beautiful work. The clay is a great addition. I 100% approve. Now, for her water, she is using regular distilled at 58.84% of the batch. So we're looking at about a 60-40 split when it's all said and done. This is why we saw such a thick consistency. With that, she also put in her palm-free BTMS as well as her guar cat. Now, for her actives in her first phase, she is using centramonium chloride, which is going to be really good for a curl structure. It's going to really help hydrate and nourish a curly, a textured hair. So you want to make sure to add all of the hydrating actives that you possibly can. So I love that. She's using it at 2%, as well as a bamboo shoot extract and 1% biotin. And then she has her white rose hydrosol and her rose extract. Now these, we've been talking about rose and all the benefits for skin and hair throughout all of this. So it's going to be really great with the fatty acids, really good for hair structure, hair shine, all the jazz. Beautiful addition for her actives. And then for her second cool down phase, we are looking at vitamin E, which is just like an obvious, whenever you can do. Vitamin E is great for everything. And then we have K903, as well as her Optifen for the preservatives. And she is also adding some citric acid, probably to adjust the pH and make sure that everything's fine, as well as with the fragrance oil. So across the board, this is a really well thought out formulation. And I do just want to give you just a quick little snap of her formulation that she sent through to me. You can't have it like in general. It's just going to be super quick. And I might even like cover some of it up with my hand because she didn't give me permission to show this whole thing. You know what I mean? I also didn't ask. But you see how well this is documented? She has everything weighed out. She has everything measured out within her percentages as well as her ingredients list and blown out what that means for INCI so she can easily take and put all of this onto her label and make adjustments to her formulation as needed. And so this is a really smart way of taking care of your formulations. I love it. It's the scientist at work, and I love to see it. So well done. Alluvium, just in and of themselves, I mean, I guess I'm talking about the business first because I just said Alluvium. Really, really great business model. It really is. Thinking about all of your brand stories like that and keeping your brand really, really tight and consistent, that's definitely going to be wildly important when you are trying to build a brand and have the recognition. For sure. So I love that. I love that she does the cosmetics formulations for other companies. That's also a really good avenue to go down. Absolutely. But as a result, she doesn't have a lot of time to make, formulations for her own brand, which I also get. Now, for her as a person, I love ADHD Alchemy. I love who she is. I adore her. I love all of the different certifications that she's got. I don't know if I mentioned, she's also an esthetician. She does have that licensing too. So when she decided to take on this cosmetics world, she took it on in full force. She did multiple certifications. She did multiple licensing. She's getting her master's degree. It is very, very cool to see that. Is it necessary? No. But does it speak to my heart soul? Yes. It sure does. And we get to talk to her and she talks to us and we get to know that she's, among like-minded people. Speaking of like-minded people, I'm not going to talk about it here because I don't want to feel like I'm gassing myself up or anything at all ever to like the general internet who will like take it and view it at in the least charitable lens. So I'm going to talk about that in a members only, which I will have up probably tomorrow morning. It's a fun one for sure. But just generally, she's amazing. She made me cry with her 16-minute. And so I just want to say publicly thank you for that. That was awesome. It had me all up in all of the feels. It was a very humbling or validate. I don't know. It was something. And I do appreciate her and everything that she has contributed to, my life, to the Sudzer realm, to the cosmetics realm in general. It's really, really cool to see someone like her in this industry, in this field. It's beautiful. Everybody, you know the drill. Go check out her socials. Go check out her website. Go give her all of the praise, all of the love, all of the things in all the places. And obviously wish her luck. Finishing up your thesis is no easy feat. I know. It's wild. And you got it. You've totally got it. And I love that you are continuing to hang out with your chemist's corner while you're doing it. That's a very cool group that you started. And yeah, thank you. Just thank you. Sudzers, hello. Hi. You exist. And I'm so glad you do. No shot that I start crying at the end of this. This is ridiculous. I've been so good. Anyway, everybody go have an amazing weekend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being Sudzers. It is Easter weekend. Go enjoy all of the fun family activities and like church activities if you do that. You know, all the things. I'm definitely going to be doing that with my family on Sunday, so I'm very excited for that. I have an Easter egg hunt to finish up for the community, so I have, I think, like 2,000 eggs still yet to stuff for that, for the one for tomorrow. And yeah, also Soap and Clay Kidlet #1 is going away to stay away camp next week. She's going to be there all next week with all the 5th graders. That's a terrible idea. And so I need to go hang out with her. So thank you for being here and for being you and for being everything to this community. I appreciate you all. ADHD Alchemy, Alluvium, another big, big thank you to you. Thank you. And when I go to Mississippi next, I'm absolutely coming to check out your cosmetics lab because that is dope. And I didn't even mention that before, and it's at the end of the video, and that sucks. I'm sorry. She also has a cosmetics lab. I'm going to go. This is a weird structure and format for me, and so I'm twitchier than normal. But, you know, a lot of people are going to actually be fine with that and get it. And I think including ADHD Alchemy, because like I said, brain same. Anyway, I'm out of here. I will see you guys all again on Monday. We're kicking off a new theme for the month of April, and it's awesome, and I'm super excited for it. So be ready for that. Sudzers, I'll have a members only up very soon. Today, tomorrow. I'm going to say tomorrow morning. But anyway, I'm going to go again. 4th time, I think. I will see you guys all again on Monday or tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye. Which is awesome. Oh my God, what just happened? The cat, I don't know if the cat just like hit the wall, the window, like jumped into the window because she's there wishing she could catch the birds, or if a bird flew into the window. I'm going to have to check my cameras outside and see. That scared the crap out of me. Okay, where was I?